Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Minister Shri Stalin ji. Thank you very much, PMModi ji, for conducting this meeting so well. I am extremely grateful to the Honorable Chief Minister for having organized this meeting here this evening and for enabling me to meet with all other political parties which are in our support. I am also grateful to all of you for the very kind words you've mentioned about me. Across this table, according to the figures which have been shared by the Honorable Chief Minister, we have almost 63,000 votes in the presidential election sitting here. Not an inconsequential number. But as we meet here this evening, friends, another state government has collapsed in Maharashtra. And the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to support a rebel faction of the Shiv Sena. The Bharatiya Janata Party leader has not become the chief minister because he knows this government is not going to last. So they found a scapegoat who will occupy the exalted chair of the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. But what does this show? This shows that the ruling party at the center and the government of India have absolutely no respect for the federal structure of our constitution. They are violating one convention, one provision of the constitution after another. And they're doing it shamelessly because they're justifying it. Governors are supposed to be the agent of the President of India in a state and function according to the Constitution of India. Now, in a state after a state, we are seeing the conduct of governors and how they are misbehaving with elected governments at the state level. And that is true even, unfortunately, of the Honorable Governor of this state. So every provision of the Constitution is being broken by none other than those people who have sworn by the Constitution. I was listening to the speech of the leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Maharashtra, and he was constantly talking of Hindutva. And he was saying that we brought down this government because it did not believe in Hindutva. Which means what? That any government which believes in the constitution, which does not believe in Hindutva, but believes in secularism, is not safe in this country. And therefore, friends, Honorable Chief Minister, my agreeing to contest this election of the President of India is for me a continuing struggle against the excesses of this government and the party which runs this government. I was struggling against it earlier. I will continue to struggle against it even in future. I am extremely grateful to the various political parties in the opposition which assembled in Delhi on 2 days and finally agreed upon my name as their joint candidate for this election. Some media people told me that I was not the first choice, I was the fourth choice. So I told that friend from the media that even if I was the 10th choice, I would have accepted, because for me, this is part of the struggle that we are all engaged in this country to protect the Constitution and its values. So for me, it doesn't matter what the ultimate result of this election will be. If with your blessings and the blessings of the people of this country, I am able to occupy that high exalted chair, then I promise you that I shall strictly observe the provisions, norms, practices, precedents, and conventions of the Constitution of India. And I'll make sure that the excesses which are being committed by the executive are brought under some check. I'll ensure that the light of federalism as enshrined in our Constitution continues to burn, and that governors do not ill-treat elected representatives, elected governments in various states. I will ensure that Parliament functions in the manner in which Parliament should function. We have many members of Parliament here sitting with us, and they will vouch for the fact that Parliament also has been reduced to a nullity. When I was in Parliament of India until 2014, I was in the opposition, but I was heading the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance, because the tradition was that somebody from the opposition will head that committee, just as somebody from the opposition would head the Public Accounts Committee, which are very important committees of Parliament. Now, a ruling party member heads that committee, It is another matter that he happens to be my son, but I have no hesitation in saying that this is a wrong practice. Financial business must be always looked upon, looked into, generally by the opposition, so that the right issues are raised and brought to the notice of the government. But it does not mean that there will be confrontation, like we are witnessing today in the states. My getting elected to Rashtrapati Bhavan will ensure that the government does not misuse the agencies of the government for political purposes. That is what they are doing, as we are all aware, with impunity. Political opponents are sought to be suppressed by the use of Enforcement Directorate, CBI, and income tax and other agencies of the government. The media is sought to be suppressed by the use or misuse of the laws. The arrest of that alt news person, Zubair, is a big blot on the face of Indian democracy. And it happened on the day the Prime Minister was waxing eloquent about freedom of speech in Germany. Unfortunately, despite our best efforts, many of the things which are happening in our country are very, very unpleasant, very unwelcome. And therefore, those trends, those tendencies have to be fought. Tamil Nadu has had a glorious tradition of standing up for its rights, standing up for its language, standing up for its culture, standing up for its values. And this has been given to us, handed over to us by our forefathers who have struggled in the past to uphold these values. It is our responsibility, it is our duty to continue to struggle like they did and ensure that Delhi does not override the state capitals, that Delhi does not do what it pleases, even if it's against the Constitution. It's our combined responsibility to ensure that the executive in Delhi abides by the Constitution of India. That is my main reason for contesting this election. Win or lose, I will continue to struggle along with all of you for those values. But I am very confident that with the support that you have extended, the chances of my victory have become that much brighter. Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Minister and all friends.